Hello, all my friends. It's Peg here, and I just had a couple of quick morsels I wanted to share with you. Um, you know, I was just putting together some real quick cards for Easter, and I had some dies out because I thought, well, that's a quick, easy way of doing it. And I had discovered that not only did I have this die from Sizzix, it has 10 dies in it, and it does this flip type card. But I also have this triple circle die, and I got this from Paper Cut when I went up to Appleton, Wisconsin. It's the Paper Cut, and the item number is PC Die 009. It does a triple cut. Now, you can see that it's very simple die, right? Not 10 pieces, and let me tell you, I like it better than this set, and let me tell you why. This was $7.50. This one I think retails for about $25. The one from Sizzix cuts this type of card, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I don't like the way it went through the machine because it leaves these embossed edges on there, so you really kind of have to cover those up, which is no problem because I will be covering them up. But when you fold your card and fold it back like this, this is the type of card that it makes. Now, the thing that is sad about this is it's not a standard card size. If you take your standard half sheet and try to cut this, you have to really be careful about how you line it up, because you see it goes right to the edge of that. And we all have a tendency to shift, so unless you're taking a whole big piece of paper and maybe ruining it, I don't know. I mean, I can show you how that cuts, and yes, you can do it, but it takes some wiggling around because you got to make sure. And I don't want to cut into my new pad. Have you noticed something different about these new pads? The new ones came with this beveled edge. Well, I think that's because people were having trouble getting the lead edge going into the machine. So now they've beveled the edge on this. This is the old standard mat. You see there was no beveled edge. Okay. I'm going to put the old one down because I'm going to be cutting into that, because in order to, well, let's see, am I going to be able to cut into that? I won't be able to see to line it up. No, I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to put my new one on the bottom and the die down, which, just barely fits on there. And then you're going to have to line it up right inside of those cut lines, because otherwise, if it shifts at all, it's not going to cut correctly. Then get your other plate on, and then you got to be careful about how you feed it. Make sure it's all staying where you want it to. And see, to me, that's too much fussing. And, okay, hear that? That shouldn't be that tight. I think the dimensions are a little bit off. So, the reason I say that is because when you pop this out, can you see that it's got the marks from the die? And yeah, it's supposed to have the crease line there, and I think that's why this one pops so much. But it doesn't say anything about needing to use a crease pad with it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it should, give instructions about using a crease pad. I don't know. But wasn't all that keen on this particular one. Now, The nice thing about it is it comes with all these additional parts so you can cut out your inside piece, your outside piece, whatever. But that's too much fussing for me today because I'm going to do simple cards. And when I say I'm going to do simple cards, let me show you what I'm talking about. For this particular die, it's real easy. The instructions are clearly on the card that accompanies it. It says you cut this at 5.5 by 11 inches. Perfect. It tells you to score it at 4 1/4. So I get my scoreboard out. And I get a, let's see, here's a piece that's 5.5 by 11. And I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Okay, then where you're going to cut it is 3 1/4 inches over. So 4 1/4 and 3 1/4 is 7.5. All right, so right at 7.5, I'm going to just put a little tick mark on this side and a little tick mark on this side. And that's where I'm going to line up my die in between those two tick marks when I run it through the machine. So, easy peasy, right? I'm going to take this and line up my die. I can see my tick marks. There's one, there's the other. And you could tape this down if you're really worried about shifting. I'm not going to be that precise. I've got it where I want it. I'm going to set down my second pad. Going to start running it through the Big Shot. Sorry for the squeaky squeaky. And now I have my score line. I have my piece that folds back this direction. And I have a card just like that. Okay. Now I have decided that depending on where you score your piece is where this is going to land. And I've played with it a little bit. You can change it up. You can cut this down. You know, you can actually make this come out in different places on the front just by how you do it. But I wanted to show you that it was real easy, real simple to get this going. Now, if you don't have a die machine, they've thought of that too, because guess what? Papercut is a paper company. And what do? Well, rather than you having to have a die machine and cut your own, they have kits with cards like this that are already cut, scored, and die cut so that you can create your masterpiece really quickly. So just like that, you've got a trifold. All right. And they sell these in bulk packs, 24 cards. I'm not sure what the price is. I think I probably got a special because I went up and took some classes. But yeah, check them out. That is Papercut. It's Paper Source. They go to a lot of the Stamp and Scrap shows. So when I am making quick cards with either the die cut or the paper pack, what I like to use are little stamps. you know, your little stamps like this, or the stick ones that have little images, or little butterflies, or, you know, so you guys, you probably all have some stick stamps, little bows, you know, or these little sets. You know, here's a cute little happy birthday one that you can build cupcakes and ice cream cones and things like that. I think this was a giveaway when I went to somebody's booth. Here's a little Spidey, so if I was doing a Halloween one, you know, I've got little bee, lots of these little stick stamps, or these little stamps like this, little cubes that are probably a 1-inch cube. Not very expensive, but you can get a lot of bang out of. Okay, so, and what I had gotten, oh, and speaking of little stamps, here are Hero Arts little stamps. So here's cute little butterfly quattros, and love, and Happy Father's Day, especially for you, hugs and kisses, Mother's Day, birthday, you know, all of these types of things that are great to fit in those little punch outs. So you can make lots of cards with a few simple tools. Then what I'd gotten were these Endless Creation ones. Really cute little stamps. They come in a cube like this, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stamps around the sides of this. And it doesn't come marked. So what I did is I took a pen and I just wrote birthday on here, because it doesn't really tell you, because there's not much room on the stamp, what it is. But, you know, we're thinking Easter. So what did I do? I found some cute little stamps with Easter Bunny things. And what I do is I just cut a strip. This will fold back. This is a 1 1/4 inch punch. And you're just going to punch your circles. Let's see. You're going to need a 2-inch piece to run down the front here. And then what I do is, you know, those little tiny paper packs, these like these picture size, or these, this is a 6x6 pad. Here's some cute paper that would be cute on there. I mean, there's lots of papers that would work with this. Look at that one, matches. You just get something that coordinates, and take a piece of that 6x6, and I'm going to cut that down to, let's see, I need this at 5.5. Make sure I get it the same distance. 5.5 by 1 3/4, because what I'm going to do is layer that on here. I can use this piece on the interior of my card. All I need to do is trim it down so that it's 4 by about there. Okay, so this is going to fit in here. I can put another piece of white card over the top of that. Then these are going to layer up on the front. And I can take some ribbon, tie it around there. I can take my 1 1/4 inch punch and punch 3 little circles. So 1, 2, 3 little circles. See how quickly these are going to come together. These are going to be in here. I can just put my little stamped images in here, and voila, you've got some cute cards. So let me show you again. Here's these Easter Bunny cards. Here's another little think spring. Another Easter Bunny done in a different color. Here's a green one with butterflies. Here's a birthday one. And here's one I'm working on. So that's basically what I have for you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it when you leave me comments and give me thumbs up and that sort of thing. I always love to hear from you. So see you next time.